gonna do a get ready with me. This is for all my makeup friends. You guys love get ready with me. I haven't done one in quite a while, so, or a week, I don't know, week and a half, I don't know, you know, it's been a bit. So what I'm going to do is a get ready with me, and I'm going to tell you a story. It's not going to be pretty. It's about yesterday when we went shopping, day before yesterday, because you're going to see this. You're not going to see this get ready with me until after I do the shopping haul, the Walmart haul and all of that. So you're going to see this one the next day. And today is, what is today? Today's Thursday. So you're probably, and the shopping haul is going to go up, I think, tomorrow. So you're probably not going to see this one till Saturday. But we're going to, oh, hang on a minute. Okay, I'm sorry about that, but you know what I forgot? The earrings. I got all up in trying to get the video ready in between everything. I forgot to put my earrings on. I'm not wearing rings. I'm not wearing bracelets. I'm not doing a necklace because this shirt is, got this shirt from, did I say Temu? I think I got this shirt from Temu. Shein or Temu? Temu. Isn't it cute? Anyway, that's enough for a necklace, so there's that. All right, let's get started, and then we'll get started on the story. Okay, let me, I'm using the It Cosmetics. That is not dirty, it's just peeling. I don't know, I've had it for a while. It Cosmetics brush. I've had this one for a while too. Came with It foundation that I had ordered years ago, but anyway. You're up? Okay. So anyway, let's get started, and I will talk as I'm. All right, so we went Wednesday after Daniel got off work to go shopping. We had to go pick up some groceries. I wanted to go to the outlets because I was looking for some things. Number one, I was looking for, let me tell you what I was looking for first. I was looking for something waterproof. I'm moving my credenza. I have a big, beautiful, expensive credenza in my dining room. Or actually, instead of the dining room, we now call it the laundry room / pantry. You know, that's where we have our extra refrigerator. That's where we keep all of our canned foods. And when I get everything done and straightened out, I'll show you. But I want to move that credenza into what is now we're using as the dining room or as the coffee latte room, whatever. And I want to put it where my coffee is. The thing, I want to put it there. Can I do this and talk at the same time? I don't know. So, I wanted something waterproof to be able to set the coffee pot on, or the Keurig, because you know, every once in a while you're going to get water or spill it or something. But I don't want it on my credenza, okay? And so I thought, okay, well, I want to go look for something waterproof to put on the credenza. I don't know why that is so. I guess because I just opened it. I don't know. So I was looking for that. I was looking for at the outlets a Christmas tree, of which they didn't have their Christmas trees out, and neither did Walmart. I mean, Daniel said, you're looking for a Christmas tree in July. He said, Walmart don't have Christmas trees in July. That's Hallmark. Okay, he's right. But anyway, so I didn't find a Christmas tree. I guess I'll just have to use my old one because I'm not waiting any longer to put up my stuff. And when all of this is over, I'm going to begin on, you know, all of these videos. I will start then on my decor. You guys will then see that. Okay? Okay. All right. So anyway, so that's what I was looking for, and other things. There was, I was looking for a runner for in front of my couch because I have that rug. It looks like a shaggy rug. It's not like the old time shaggy rugs. It's a new rug, but it's kind of a fluffy, when you vacuum it, it looks real pretty. But coming in from the front door and walking, it's going to get dirty. So I told Daniel, I said, I need a runner rug for right there. And I think I found one, but it's one I have to think about first before I purchase. But I was looking for that. Just several things. Just in anything that might, you know, I might see that I might say, oh, I think I need that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, and I wanted to go to all the outlets to do that. So here we go. Here goes the story. So you've seen my outfit of the day. I'll put it there again. You see my outfit of the day. Go down to the shoes. I was wearing my Reeboks. I hadn't worn those Reeboks in a very long time. The last time I wore them, I didn't have neuropathy, that's for sure. But they never hurt my foot because I used to wear them with my scrubs to work. You know, because they're Reeboks. They're very, very comfortable. Okay, I'm going to use... Done with the buttercream. Okay, wait. We're going to do a little bit of... I'm going to use my Saint palette, and we're going to go in with the... I don't know. I think we're going to go with the contour and bronzer. I'm kind of going to mix them, okay? Anyway, so... what was I saying? So anyway, they're very comfortable, or they used to be. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to wear those because they just look really cute and bright and colorful to go with, I'm still using the contour, to go with the outfit. And, you know, I thought they looked cute, didn't y'all? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Okay, then I'm going to take my foundation brush and kind of go back over that just a little bit. I don't want it so rough looking. And so, anyway, I wore those. Okay. First of all, let me state I was going to vlog the whole day. And, well, let me get into the story and then we'll, because I didn't make it, as y'all will see. The only thing I got of the vlog was the Taco Bell. And my camera was acting a fool. As you can see, it's going to be real blurry. And by that time, I was in so much pain and just really could care less about anything. So... Okay, now let's get back to the story. I digress. Okay, I am going to wear this Laura Geller Baked Blush and Highlight Duo. It is in Pink Buttercup and French Vanilla. So anyway. So before we went, we were going to, I wanted our stops were going to be in line on the way to town, okay? So the first stop was going to be the 71 Trading Post. And what the 71 Trading Post is, it's a store. It's like a grocery store, but it's like the outlet. It's cheap stuff. And so anyway, we stopped there. We were in there probably an hour because they have so much stuff and there's just so much to look at and there's so much I was wanting. So, you know, so we were in there an hour. Okay, walking around and looking and shopping and, you know, just the stuff. This is that buttercream, pink buttercream, I think is what it's called. Yeah. So anyway, we were in there looking around and just, you know, doing our thing. I'm gonna put some on my nose, a little bit, kind of look like a sunburn. And I found a bunch of good stuff. And again, I'm going to show, well, you will have seen that when you're seeing this. I forgot. This is going to be after that. So you will have seen everything I got and how much I paid for it. Wasn't that just something? So anyway, we were in there walking. It's probably about an hour. And so after we left there, the other outlets are on down the street before you get to Taco Bell or before you get to town. So I told Daniel, I said, let's just go ahead and whip in here. Daniel needed to go to the A to Z Tool, which A to Z Tool is an outlet for men. It's like tools and stuff. And so I said, well, just drop me off at the A to Z Gifts, which it's a whole big, like a shopping center. And one's up top, and then they have stairs you can go down to the other bottom part. So I said, well, just drop me off at the top at the Gifts, and I'm going to go look for chopping block or something maybe to set the Keurig on or waterproof. You know, I was looking for something for the credenza. So he said, okay. So he dropped me off, and he didn't drop me off. He parked, and then he walked down the stairs to the tool thing. And I went into the A to Z. And I didn't film any of it. I thought I did. I thought I had filmed some of it, but obviously I didn't film any of it because when I got home looking at my stuff. But again, my camera, I don't know. I guess I was playing with the little button on it, and I guess I knocked it plumb off everything. Okay, plumb off, just plumb off. So, yeah. So anyway, I didn't get nothing. I was pretty sure I did. I showed you the yellow box, and I didn't get that. And when I went to the other one, I was going to show you the yellow box, and I don't know. By that time, I was hurting. So I am walking, and this is big. I think I've shown it to you before, but it is humongous, the A to Z gifts. And I'm going to take you back in there sometime. I'm not, you know, I'm not acting a fool. So, I went in and I was walking toward the back, and all of a sudden on the inside of my left foot, right up here, kind of the top of the back of your, not your heel part, but on the inside, right in there, it was starting to hurt, and I could tell it was starting to blister. I'm like, these shoes are rubbing. Now here was the big mistake to start with, okay? The big mistake was I didn't wear socks. Normally I'll wear those little, you know, those little low-cut socks with my sneakers, but I didn't do that. Number one, well, the only reason, they were dirty, okay? They were dirty. So I thought, well, and I've worn the white shoes before, the white sneakers. I've worn them before. Let me show you. I've worn these before, okay? And, well, I wear these all the time, but I've worn them before without socks, and they were just comfortable. This is my true everything sneaker, okay? I got these at Walmart years ago, and I've just now got them broke in. I kind of sound like Daniel. These are the Reeboks that I wore that have never bothered me before. So anyway, so I'm walking, and I'm like, oh man, I'm starting to hurt. And I was kind of limping a little bit. I was pushing a buggy, limping. I was trying to find what I was looking for. And the more I walked, the more it hurt. Y'all, it was horrible. I can't even tell you the pain. Well, you know what a blister feels like. And if you have a blister and your shoes rubbing, okay, well, that's just not good. I'm wearing the, this is the Me Now Soothing Setting Powder, and I get this from Temu as well. You can't see the thing on it, but let me see if I can, I have a backup, or, no, yeah, I do. Here's the backup. It comes in this Soothing Setting Powder, Me Now. I love this. This is the dupe. It is a dupe for the Ciate White Setting Powder. That's what it's a dupe for. And yes, I definitely have backup for it. Because as you can tell, it's a 10 too. I like that. I'm hitting pan. Okay, so anyway, so I'm crippling around in there and looking. Of course, Daniel comes back up there. He meets me up there when he's done at A to Z Tools. And we're looking, and I'm showing him what I'm thinking about and blah, blah, blah. And then we go to the rugs. And, of course, the whole time I'm walking around, I'm hurting. My foot is killing me. Okay, it's like, oh, I'm hurting. So Daniel, I told Daniel, I said, let's go. I'm just hurting. And Daniel was starving to death. And so was I, actually. He was the only one hungry. I was starving too. And so Daniel said, well, I said I was ready. He didn't rush me. And I said, well, let's go. I found, I showed you what I found there. And so I said, well, let's go. Let's get out of here. All right, I'm going to put on my lashes. Same lashes. You know what they are. Where I get them. Leave the link below. I don't want to because I don't want everybody to buy them. Because I don't want to have any. I'm going to let that set. And I'm using the Ioni glue, lash glue from, I'm going to have to have my mirror. Lash glue from Dollar Tree. Okay, so anyway, we check out. I hobble to the car. And it's not quite so bad. Well, I'm hobbling and it's hurting. And for the life of me, it did not dawn on me to stop and get Band-Aids, okay, until it got so worse, then it was too late. What's wrong with me? So, That's a little bit too dark right there, isn't it? Let's see. Let's go ahead and blend this in. Yeah, it didn't even dawn on me to get some Band-Aids until it was too late. And, oh no. So we got in the car to leave the A to Z gifts, and I told Daniel, I said, let me run down here, because there's another outlet that I have shown you guys. That's expensive. I don't know if it's an outlet or not, but I said, let me run in here and see what kind of shoes they have, if I can maybe find some flip-flops, because by then I was needing some air. And that's another thing, you know, it's 100 degrees outside and I'm not wearing socks with my shoes. You know, your feet's going to sweat and it's going to rub and it's going to hurt. So I ran into there looking to see what they had, and they had no flip-flops whatsoever, and neither did Walmart. You know, between the toe, just flip-flops. Walmart didn't have them either. What is wrong with these people? It's like, what's wrong with y'all? Don't even carry flip-flops? I mean, good cow. Hang on, I'm going to have to have my mirror for this one too. Get my lashes on. I forgot to put my, all this talking, telling stories, I forgot to put my lash or mascara on. That's okay. I sometimes put it on after as well. This is going to be a scattered get ready. I'm sorry, I got to go down here and look because I can't see what I'm doing. So anyway, and again, I told you guys, if it don't work, I waited too long to put that on, telling my story. So, I went in there to see if I could find a pair of flip-flops. Well, I didn't find a pair of flip-flops, but I did find a pair of shoes. And what I should have done was put them on and walk, because they were that hard plastic, okay? So what I should have done was put them on and walked in them, because here they are. They are so stinking cute. Paid 20 bucks for them. I put the thing back on there. I'm trying to decide if I want to sell them on Poshmark or not. So see, I have worn them. These are called J Slides, NYC. JL Slides. They were 20 bucks, 19 something. They were 19.99, but they felt good when I tried them on. And I thought, well, these will work. They're hard plastic, and if you have neuropathy, don't even be fooled. But I put them on. Okay, I got in the car, I took off the Reeboks, and I put those on. Okay? And I thought, oh, that feels good to my feet. Well, of course it felt good. Anything feels good, you're going to get air to your feet after they're absolutely killing you. So we carried on. We went on. We left there. We went to, I'm going to scoot you back just a little bit. We went to Taco Bell. And of course, we walked in Taco Bell, and at first the shoe was feeling fine. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't feel, it wasn't rubbing. It felt okay. But like I said, we walked in Taco Bell, we ordered, we went and sat, and we ate. So, no problems. My feet were getting air. The blister, it was not rubbing the blister, because the blister was in the back on the inside of the foot, right? Okay. So it wasn't bothering me there. In case what you're wondering, I am putting my mascara on up underneath there. Then I'm taking my finger, holding it with the top one, sliding it with the bottom one, and that's just marrying my lashes, okay? Marrying them to each other. Congratulations. Okay, so anyway, so there's that part. So we eat, and we head to Walmart. Well, by the time, no, we didn't. We went to Dollar Tree. We left, after we ate, we left Taco Bell, and we went to Dollar Tree. And I walked around in there, of course, because there was things in there I was looking for. And then I wanted to see what they had in Halloween, but I was hurting so bad, I couldn't even pay attention, okay? It hurts. Have you ever done that? You feel so bad you just can't even pay attention? So we walked around in there, and by that time, these shoes were rubbing. They were rubbing here. I'd already had a blister. By then, I had a blister. They were rubbing right there. They were rubbing right here. They were hurting. And again, this is that hard plastic. I had no socks on. So Daniel said, why don't you just get you some socks? Which I did. I got socks. But did I put them on when I got in the car? Well, no. I guess I forgot about it. They were still in the bag when we got to Walmart. So anyway, I bought some socks to put on. And at that point, I was hurting so bad, I really didn't care what I looked like. I mean, you know, you don't. But I forgot I got the socks. So then we leave and we get to Walmart. Hang on a second. This is going to be a long video. So then we leave and we get to Walmart, okay? By then, I really am walking like a cripple. I mean, I'm just like, my feet were killing me. And the more we walked, and we had things to do and things to get, okay? We had a lot of things to do and a lot of things to get. So, and then I wanted to look too. There's some things I wanted to look for and look at. So, here we go again. So, the more I walked, the worse it got. Of course. And I was in so much pain. I can't tell you the pain that I felt. Okay? Because by this time, the blisters from the shoes, there was no skin on them. There was just blister, just red. There was absolutely no skin, none whatsoever. And it was hurting. It was hurting bad. So we got most of the stuff, and we still like produce. We still had to go to the produce and get a few things. So I told Daniel, I said, let's go get me some Band-Aids. I need some Band-Aids. And no, wait. Yeah, no. We were headed to the produce, and I was hobbing along, and Daniel said, you want my socks? And I said, you're going to give me your socks? And he said, yeah, I'll give you my socks. I mean, my husband is such a sweetheart. So we went to the main bathroom. I mean, not the main one, but the family bathroom, you know, where you can go in and change your child on the thing, and not the one that has 100 stalls. So he leaned up against the wall because it was kind of by the office part of it where they come out of their, the employees come out of the break rooms. It was right there. So he's leaning up against the wall he was wearing tennis shoes, but he was leaning up against the wall taking off his socks. And one of the employees come out of where they eat lunch and stuff, and she's looking at him, and I'm still standing there with the door open to the bathroom. And I said, my feet are killing me. He's giving me his socks. And she said, oh, how sweet. Anyway, so he hands me my socks, and I go into the bathroom. I go to put that sock on, and here's my toe. Right here, there's a blister. Oh my gosh, it hurts so bad. It's right here, right here. There was no skin on it. So when I went to put that sock on, I was like, oh no, I can't do it. So then that's when I got the idea, go get a Band-Aid, stupid. So anyway, I come out, I gave Daniel his socks back. I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I can't. When they touch that raw place, it hurts. So here we go, traipsing. Probably all I had to do, in the beginning, instead of buy new shoes and all of that, was get Band-Aids. So we got Band-Aids, but my foot, we still had to go back and get onions and stuff. And so I said, let's go get flip-flops. Let's just get flip-flops. I'll take these shoes off and put flip-flops on. Well, guess what? Walmart did not have flip-flops, okay? All right, guys, I'm not going to wear anything up here. I'm not going to wear no eyeshadow or nothing. But I am going to comb these a little bit because they do have stuff on them. I'm not even going to put nothing on them either. And then we're going to call it ready. I don't even think I'm going to put anything down here. If I do, it'll be a little, let's just put a little bit of this mascara on. So anyway, I'm looking around, and they had some of those Adidas sandals, flip-flops. Well, I couldn't put them on either because, of course, once you slide your foot in, it's touching. It hurt so bad. And of course, you know, that plastic rubbing it. So Daniel's on the other side looking for me shoes. So I come around, and he said, how about these? And they were, let me show you. Show and tell plus get ready with me. They were these. They're house shoes. And I said, you want me to wear house shoes? And he said, your feet hurt, don't they? I said, yeah. He said, then put them on. We'll just take the tag off. And it had a little hanger thing. We took the tag off and put it in that and hung it on the basket so we could be sure and make sure we pay for it. So when I slid it in, it didn't hurt because it was padded. Okay, I mean, it hurt, but not. It wasn't rubbing half as bad as it was. So I said, he said, well, how's that? And I was like, oh, much better. My husband is my savior. He's not my Lord and Savior, but he was saving me that day. That's for sure. So anyway, we get to check out. No, we go to the produce to get everything that we need. Well, actually, we didn't get everything we need. I needed some avocados, and I didn't get avocado because I was hurting and I didn't feel good. And, you know, I don't know about you, but if I'm in pain and I'm not feeling good at all, then I can't function. I can't think. I can't function. So I forgot my avocados, but for the most part, I got what I needed. So then we went to check out, and of course I did hand the lady the little ticket, and I told her, I said, I have the shoes on because I have a blister and my shoes were killing me. And she's like, oh, bless your heart. So I said, I'm sorry, but here is the ticket. And she said, oh, of course. She's so sweet. Of course, said Ed the horse. So anyway, so we check out, and in my mind, I'm thinking, am I even going to make it to the car? I was done. I was mentally done. And I was pushing the cart. And I was pushing the cart, mainly wanted to push the cart so I could hold myself up, you know, because my feet hurt when I was in Walmart. And pushing, and I still have leftovers. You can see right here and right here, it's healing. And right in there, you see my fingers, it's still swollen, it's still red. It was blistered. I'll put a picture here. It was blistered. I mean, it was red, blistered, and it was over here. And that one's healing. This one was a lot worse than this one, but from pushing, if you don't have neuropathy, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about. But if you do, you will understand. As I was pushing the cart, the pressure, just from the handle, it doesn't have to be sharp. Anything, if you have neuropathy, anything that touches your skin and pushes, okay, it's going to get it started. Okay. And it got it started. I was pushing, and the cart was, of course, full. I was pushing the cart, and it was starting to hurt. And it was not only hurting, it was stinging, it was itching. I was in full-blown neuropathy. And so I stopped, and I told Daniel, I said, look at my hands. And Daniel's like, I'm pushing, move. And of course I was pushing to hold myself up. But so Daniel went ahead and started pushing the cart because I couldn't do it anymore. Why are these going around and around in a circle? Round and around in a circle. These are paparazzi, by the way. Aren't they beautiful? So he started pushing, and of course then, you know, my full weight was on that foot, and I was like, so anyway, we got our stuff, we got to the car, and by that time I was just, the house shoes, they did work. They worked tremendously. I mean, they worked, okay? They were, oh man, and without the house shoes, I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have done. All right, let's do some lip. I'm talking so much, I'm forgetting my lip. I think we're going to do Charlotte Tilbury. We're going to mix some Charlotte Tilbury with some Laura. Well, I don't know. Let me just continue on with the Laura Geller. Okay, this is the Laura Geller in Italian Marble Lipstick in Naples. And this is what it looks like. And it's kind of a pinkish, and I really wanted a lighter color, but we're going to stay with the Laura Geller. Okay, this is one of my favorites. And you know what? I think I'll just do this one. I don't know what this one is. Nah. Yeah. We're going to do, this is the L'Oreal Paris in Matt's It, or Mastermind. Mastermind. This is my favorite, lip liner. Y'all know that. I like this better than the Charlotte Tilbury because this stays on longer than the Charlotte Tilbury. All right, there's that. And then we're going to put on the Laura Geller in Naples. Yeah. There's that. And then we are going to add a little bit of oomph to it. So, is that in my purse? Okay, I'll just do this one. This is the BUXOM, of course. You know, we gotta have BUXOM. And this one is in Stevie. And you see that pretty color? It's just gonna add a little bit of oomph in the middle. There you go. I kind of wanted that light and not pink, but I said we were gonna do Laura Geller makeup, and that's what we did. Laura Geller makeup. Now, since we're doing Laura Geller makeup, I am going to go ahead and go in with a little bit on top of my lash or eyeshadow, and I am going to use the Laura Geller palette. This is the Laura Geller, the Casual Collection palette. And I'm going to use, let's see, what color do I want? I'll show you here in a minute what I'm talking about. What color do I want? I think I'll just go with that. Okay, I'm going to use this one right here. This is in Easy. Right here. I'm going to use that one. That one's in Easy because I need it to be easy. And this is all we're going to use. Just the Easy. I love this Laura Geller palette. You can tell because I'm hitting pan on this one, but I use this a lot. I like it because there's no fallout. I love the colors. The colors, I'll show you again the colors here in just a second. And this is all we're going to do is just a little bit up here. Again, you're going to see probably this. You're going to see a video before you see this one, and I will be wearing this. So there's that. There's that. See how it's just kind of a lightish color? I love it. It's easy. That's why they call it easy, right? Easy like Sunday morning. Do you ever see that sign that says, whoever wrote the song Easy Like Sunday Morning never had to get kids up and get them ready for church? That was funny. Okay, there you go. Look at these colors. They are so pretty. Okay, there. Now we're going to finish it up. That's all we're going to do today. And I think I've come to the end. Oh, okay. So then we get home, and of course, by then, my feet are in full-blown neuropathy, okay? There are blisters on top of blisters on the bottom of my feet. And, I mean, like here's the bottom of my feet. This part right here was swollen, blood red, had fever, blistery, and then blisters on top of that, and back here in the back, and they were itching. I mean, if you have neuropathy, you know what I'm talking about. They sting, they just sting, burning, stinging, and then itching at the same time, okay? Both feet, they were, see, I still, both feet were that way. Hurting bad. Okay, so Daniel went and got me, sorry, my nose itches. Daniel went and fixed my ice bath. Okay, you want to know what an ice bath is, so let me tell you what an ice bath is. If you have neuropathy, I have found this is the fastest way to chill it in a hurry. Well, it's not in a hurry because it's a process. But you take a bucket, like a bucket, not a bucket. Well, you know, kind of like a dish bucket you put dishes down in. Okay, and then you put ice in it, and then you fill it with water. It's basically ice water, okay? And then what you do is you set it down and you put your feet, and it's cold. And let me tell you, it's like, well, it's ice cold. It's ice water. You put your feet down in it, and you keep your feet in there as long as you can. I mean, because it starts hurting, not hurting like the neuropathy hurt. It starts hurting like you're frozen hurting, okay? And you take your feet back out, and you kind of let them, you know, tingle and whatever, because they're still stinging and itching. And then when you think it's okay, you know, feels good enough to put them back in, you put them back down into the ice water, and you leave it as long as you can until you think, oh, that's killing me, I can't feel it, and blah, 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 and you take them back out. And my process is usually about I used to have to do this 3 or 4 times, because on the 4th time, I'm just done. I'm going to leave them as long as I can, even though it's hurting. You're like, and then you take them out. Okay, what this does, the ice water numbs your feet. I mean, of course, you're freezing them, you know, it freezes your feet to where they're numb, totally numb. And when it numbs it, you can't feel it numbs the itching and the burning. So once your feet thaw out, the itching and the burning is gone because you've already frozen it and numbed it. And that's the only way I can get it to work, to stop. And if you have it real bad, it may come back. And mine did. Later that night when I went to bed, it started itching and burning again. Well, I wasn't going to get up. I wasn't not going to get up and put my feet in an ice bath. My hand was killing me. Itching, stinging, my feet. Not as bad, the feet. The feet were better. But Daniel, he's so smart. He got up and he He keeps, he puts water from tap water into water bottles, a couple of them, because he uses them for an ice pack. When he's golfing, puts them down in his thing to keep his waters cold. So he went in there and he got a frozen water bottle. And he brought it to the bed and he said, here, put your hand around that. And of course, my hand at that time was, it was blood red there and here. And it was blistering. And I don't, you probably still see the blisters, but it was blistering and I mean, it was blistered. So when I first put it on there, it hurt. It touched that, to touch the water bottle. I was like, oh. But gradually I was able to just hold the bottle, you know, and put it on there. And that way it was touching here and here, because that was itching like, I don't know what. Anyway, I held the bottle till it numbed my hand, because it was a frozen bottle. And then once it numbed my hand, I could put the bottle on the bedside table and it was okay. And we had the fan blowing, the cold air was hitting it. And same with my feet. I put my feet outside. I did rub the water bottle on my feet, the bottom of my feet, and got it real cold. And then that cold air hitting it numbed that as well. I didn't bring anything back here to drink. So anyway, I was able to sleep because it finally, yeah. So anyway, I don't know what I'd do without my husband. He's so wonderful. He's such a nurturer and he's so good to me. He's giving me his socks. And not only that, we was walking in Walmart and was walking down the thing and he's pushing the buggy and he kind of bends over and he said, here, jump on my back. That way you don't have to walk. And I'm like, I don't think so. I thought he was kidding. And he said, no, really, get on my back and I'll carry you. What a guy. I mean, you're going to walk like a humpback with your wife on your back, which that would be embarrassing, but I wouldn't have done it. But he was willing to do that to keep me from walking. I forgot they have a wheelchair in the front. Marsha needs a wheelchair. It hurts when you're walking in shoes and your blisters have already, the skin's rubbed off and it's red and open, and it hurts. It's hard to walk, let me tell you. So anyway, I made it to the car, got in, and even took my took the house shoes off so I could get some air to those blisters because they were hurting like crazy. And we had to make one more stop. Daniel got out and did it for me. Picked it up. I did not get out after that. I was like, I'm done when I get home. I did manage to, as you saw in the very beginning, I did manage to do the Walmart food haul. But the rest of the outlet haul and all of that, I just couldn't do. I was done for the day. And so, I'm doing this, which you're going to see after all of that, so I can do the haul that I was going to tell you about, okay? The rest of the haul, which we're fixing to do, and I don't know if I'll keep the same shirt on. You guys will probably be like, could you put something different on? We're tired of looking at that one. But anyway, I'm fixing to do the rest of the outlet haul, and the rest of the Walmart haul will be, and then you're going to see that before you see this, the get ready with me. And the get ready with me is get ready with me and lots of chit chat, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video and my little story. Just raise them to the Lord. Touch them, Lord, touch them. But anyway, yeah, if you've never had neuropathy, you probably have no clue what I'm talking about, unless you know somebody who does have neuropathy. But for those of you out there, and I have a lot of subbies that do have neuropathy. You guys have told me you do, and you understand what I'm talking about, so you'll get it. You'll get what I'm talking about. But my feet, not only walking with the blisters, and this is what I want to say. When I was walking around and even in Walmart, it wasn't just the blisters. The bottom of my feet had already started getting red and blistering, because when I was walking, I felt like, you know how cats have those little pads on their feet? It's kind of what I felt like I was walking on. I could feel the blisters on the bottom of my feet when I was walking, and they were hurting like crazy. So the blisters were not only killing me, but so the neuropathy was killing me. My hands, my feet, I was done. There were some other things I wanted to look at and get, but you know what? It was not happening because this chick was going home. I was done. I was tired. I was going home. But in the end, all is well. Here I is. Here I is. All in my glory. Your glory. His glory. His glory. All in his glory. So anyway, there is my little story. Now I'm going to get off of here and go find something to drink. I've got to fix. Daniel and I had like a big hoagie thing sandwich. Something else I forgot, I was going to get some French bread and show you guys how to make what I was going to make. I forgot the French bread, but I'll make it another time and I'll show you guys another time what it looks like. Okay, okay. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here, and it's already, what, 34 minutes long almost? It will be. And I got to get this other video started because, again, you're going to see it before you see this one. So this one is just going to be a get ready with me and story time. So you'll see it after you see the haul. Okay. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video for my little makeup gurus. It's a Laura Geller day. There's that. I hope you enjoyed my little get ready with me. I haven't worn the Laura Geller in a while. Well, I take that back. I did wear the foundation, and I do wear this a lot, maybe sometimes by itself. I think I did wear this. Was it last week? Again, this is the Baked Balance and Glow Illuminating Foundation in Medium. So there's that. I'll try to leave the links to all of this below, to the Laura Geller, all of this, and even the Naples. So I'll try to leave the list, the thing to that, all that. Yeah, link to all that. Okay. All right. Now we're going to end this because I am on, I'm way past time. Okay. All right, guys. Remember, keep God in it. You'll always win it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.